10 Great People Who Died in Bizarre Ways. 1. Harry Houdini's last stunt proved fatal. The famous magician seemed invincible, but all his stunts were carefully orchestrated, except the last one. Houdini asked a student who was testing his will to punch him in the stomach. Then he refused to get treatment. He died of peritonitis from a ruptured appendix. 2. Attila the Hun choked on his own blood. Attila ruled a tribal empire that terrified Rome. He was planning to strike Constantinople when he died suddenly. He was at a feast celebrating his latest marriage. Attila got drunk and fell asleep. He didn't notice his nose was bleeding and choked in his sleep. 3. Tennessee Williams swallowed a plastic cap. Williams was a celebrated American playwright, but he also liked partying a bit too much. At 71, he got drunk and high on amphetamines. Williams accidentally inhaled the plastic cap of an eye drop bottle. He suffocated to death. 4. Sherwood Anderson was done in by a toothpick. Anderson was one of the most successful short story writers. At the height of his fame, he went on a cruise. Anderson was sipping martini on deck when the ship lurched. The writer accidentally swallowed the toothpick. It damaged his internal organs, and he died from the resulting infection. 5. Tycho Brahe died from holding his pee. Brahe was a 16th century Danish astronomer. In 1601, he was attending a banquet in Prague. He badly needed to pee but refused to leave the table. It would have been considered bad manners. Brahe hurried home afterward and experienced excruciating pain when he urinated. 11 days later, his bladder ruptured. 6. William Holden bled to death in his own apartment. Holden won an Oscar for the 1957 film Stalag 17. The actor was also a notorious drinker. In 1981, he got drunk alone in his Santa Monica apartment. He slipped on a rug and cut his forehead on a bedside table. Holden bled to death, too drunk to call for help. 7. Francis Bacon died after a bizarre experiment. The great English philosopher was traveling through bad weather. He decided to investigate whether snow could preserve meat. Bacon left his carriage and walked to a nearby house. He bought a chicken carcass and stuffed it with snow. Bacon wasn't wearing an overcoat and caught pneumonia. He died 3 days later. 8. Adolf Frederick ate himself to death. Adolf Frederick was king of Sweden from 1751 to 1771. For his last dinner, he had lobster, caviar, sauerkraut, and kippers. The king followed it with champagne. Then he had 14 servings of sweet rolls with hot milk. This gluttony proved fatal. 9. Pope Adrian IV was killed by a fly. Adrian IV was the only English pope in history. He wanted to excommunicate Holy Roman Emperor Frederick I, but Adrian died before making his move. The pope choked on a fly, which was floating in his wine glass. 10. King Alexander of Greece died of a monkey bite. On October 25, 1925, the king was strolling in his garden. One of the palace monkeys got into a fight with a German shepherd. Alexander tried to intervene. He was bitten by his steward's pet, Barbary macaque. For his trouble, the 27-year-old king died of sepsis.